Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. Welcome to November. Let's see what we have for my Pisces. 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups, and 8 of Coins. Okay, so it feels like you're feeling a nostalgic yearning for a connection that you experienced in the past. But what I'm getting is like you may only be yearning for the good parts, and your mind is kind of stuck in the good stuff, and it's sort of forgetting why the connection ended or the parts of the connection that doesn't sit well with you. You could just kind of be blinded by your nostalgia. But with the 8 of Coins, it's like the only way to get out of that is to focus on your work and to focus on yourself. And I think that's what you're trying to do. Like, it seems like you are shifting into that energy where you're sort of going to channel this into your work, which is a good idea. Because whether you're meant to attract this past person back into your life or someone new, you're not going to be able to attract anybody if you're like emitting a very nostalgic, sort of living in the past type of like frequency, you know? So I think you know that, and you're trying to channel it into yourself and your work. But with the 2 of Wands, it feels like you feel as though you've been waiting a long time to shift into a more like present and grounded energy. Like, you don't want to live in the past anymore. You're trying to ground yourself and live in the moment. With the Hermit, I mean, that is a very grounding card. It's almost as if you're, I don't know why I got this, but it's like you're putting yourself in timeout. Like, you know that this sort of gloomy, just like resentful, maybe regretful energy is not good for you, and it doesn't help you get anywhere, and you're having like a tough conversation with yourself. And it's like the message I'm getting too is you are more than how desirable you are, or you are more than your sex appeal, you are more than your attractiveness. You are attractive. Everybody knows Pisces is attractive. Everyone's attracted to Pisces. But you need to focus on your stability and your money right now, because you already have the allure and all of that. And in fact, when you live in the past and when you feel regret, it actually takes away from your allure. So the only way to get that back is to start focusing again on your money and your legacy and just who, you know, your passions, Ace of Wands, like who you are in the world. Like, who do you want to be? You know, like, I'm really getting the sense that in your past connection, like, you lived for the other person, or you gave the other person too much control over how you spend your days or your thoughts. So you're going to take that back, and you got to, you know, you've got to take that back. the world. So it's a good sign. I think you are. I'm just getting this realization of like, oh wow, and this is a Pisces thing. I have a lot of Pisces in my chart, so I get it. Like, we definitely have a tendency to overgive, and sometimes we can sort of, because we have this capability for escapism, we have a tendency to live in someone else's life for a little while and kind of forget about our own needs and our own goals and our own desires. I had said legacy earlier, and the 10 of coins popped out, which was the card that was in my mind when I said it. It's like, you know, I truly think that connection is inevitable, right? I feel that way about everyone. Like, we inevitably will connect with people. Like, you're gonna have that. What I think you need to change your perspective on when it comes to like your work and your stability and your money is make money as if you are going to be alone forever. Make money as if you're your own sole provider. Because I do see you, you know, if you think this way, you're going to flourish and you're just going to attract a connection that also has everything that they need, and you come together and you just have more. But try to think of money in that way. You know, you're not going to be alone forever, but you should save as if you are. And know that you're worth it. Like, know that you are worth having a lot of worth, like in the physical form. Knight of Swords, yeah. I think once you get this realization, you're going to hit it full force, which is good. It's like you're just kind of creeping out of this dark hole, kind of, and once you come out, everything is just a lot clearer and it makes sense, and that's when you get your energy back, your motivation back. I mean, this person has their eye on their wand and nothing else. You know, like, you can't break that concentration on the Page of Wands. So it's like you're getting tunnel vision for it finally, which is so good. And I was talking about earlier, like, once you do establish that mindset and once you do truly embody it, that's when you're going to attract the person who does too, because your energy is just like so much lighter, you're so much more in the moment, you're so much more able to attract a partner when you're not living in the past. And living in the past ages you physically, you know, like, it's just not healthy in any sense. And you're stepping way more into the present than I think you ever have been, which is hard for Pisces. I get it. Like, our mind really likes to live in all types of worlds, you know, but it's like you're grounding yourself back down. The Knight of Cups, it just speaks to my faith that when you really do put your mind on all of this other stuff, that's when love comes in. It's like you want it really bad right now, but it's not what you're supposed to be working towards. It's not something that you have to work towards. Like I said earlier, it's like you already have the beauty, the mystery, the allure. Like, you know, you're gonna have that attraction, but it's only gonna grow if you start focusing more on your physical stability. And that's when the love comes in. And it comes in pretty strongly because you're now in a place where you don't need anybody else, which is exactly when you get a really good person. Justice. I don't even want to pull more because that kind of just encapsulates what I just said. But it's like, if you want the scales to weigh out, consider everything that you're willing to give to somebody else and just give it all to yourself. And once you do that, you'll see that, like, a good connection can finally come in because you're not overgiving and the scales aren't imbalanced anymore. So I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I hope you have a great November.